She's new? You like her? Okay, cool. So we can get started. Okay, so I'm going to ask you to answer some questions and to solve some problems. Some of the questions and problems will seem very easy, while others will seem hard. Always do your best. Okay? Okay. What is this?
A rainbow.
What is this?
A doorknob.
What is this?
An envelope.
What is this?
The globe.
Okay, what is this?
A jacket.
Okay, what is this?
A canoe.
Okay, so what is this?
A zipper. A flashlight. Spider web. A hanger. Toothpaste. And a toaster.
Okay, what is this?
A traffic light.
What is this?
Crutches. A shoe.
Okay, what is this? What is this part of the shoe called?
Oh, I don't know.
What is this?
I.
Okay. It's okay. What is
The
this?
Eiffel Tower.
And what is this?
A balance.
What is this?
A funnel.
Okay. What is this?
A trumpet.
And what is this called? What are these called?
I don't know.
Okay. And what is this?
A tripod.
What is this called?
A microphone.
And what is this part of the newspaper called?
I don't know.
What is this?
Clock.
What is this? What kind of garment is this? What kind of pictures are these?
I don't like a tree and a boy.
What is this called?
An eyeglass.
Okay. What is this instrument called?
Kind of like a car. Name it.
Okay. And what is this called?
No.
Okay. All right. So for this next one, you ready? You good? Okay. Finish what I say. Use only one word. People sit in.
And out.
Hmm?
And out.
Okay. So so people sit in chairs. Okay. So now try it again. So finish what I say.
Oh.
Use only one word. People sit in.
The chairs.
Okay. Cars almost always have four
Wheels.
So now you will hear the sentences from this speaker. Listen carefully. After you hear the 2 beeps, tell me one word that finishes the sentence. Understand?
Both girls and boys like to play softball. For many, it is their favorite. To shut out all of the light, we closed the curtains. Then the room was very
Dark.
After you write a letter, address the envelope and put on a stamp. Then it is ready to go in the
Mailbox.
Thank you for the beautiful flowers from your garden. Right now, I'm going to put them in a
Pot.
When he wants to, a turtle can pull into his
Shell.
Have you ever been locked out of your house? If that happens, you'll wish you had an extra.
Key.
When the astronauts were on the moon, they collected samples of rocks. Then they brought them back to.
Earth.
If a mother skunk thinks that there is danger to her young, she protects them. She can produce a very unpleasant.
Smell.
She might have been the first teenager to win had she not tripped. She was heartbroken, but she would have another.
Chair.
Carrots can be eaten cooked. They also can be eaten.
Raw.
Lacrosse has become one of the fastest growing team sports. Every year, more and more people decide they want to learn how to.
Learn. Play.
People who eat breakfast daily tend to perform better. They are less tired and irritable than those who go without that.
Food.
She always enjoys that magazine. It doesn't matter what else she brings along to.
Work.
Harvesting strawberries is an exhausting, all-day job requiring many hands. Sometimes even children pitch in, going back and forth in the.
Grass.
Relatively few people have perfect pitch, or the ability to name specific notes as they are heard. The skill occurs mostly in people who, at an early age, engaged in the study of.
Um.
Inn's wonderful hot spring pools are permeated by the pungent odor of sulfur. Even visitors who do not stay at the inn are allowed, for a nominal fee, to take a.
Yeah.
Government regulations require all carry-on baggage to be stowed during takeoff and landing. These items must be placed under the seat in front of you, unless you are in an aircraft with enclosed overhead.
Plane.
Romania is a mountainous country in southeastern Europe. It is nearly as large as Oregon, but it has 19 times as many people as that.
State.
An argument between advocates, such as provided in debate, affords excellent training. The presentation of opposite views ensures that both sides are considered by both. Every month, money-minded individuals come together to pool their money and their wisdom to make investments. Members of the club vote on each idea, and if there is a majority, they then purchase the To be part of the experimental team, they had to remove their everyday clothes, wash their hands and faces, and put on the white clothes from the glass container. It was of utmost importance that when they entered the room, they were very
Surprise?
In all of human history, less than 1,000 individual comets have been recorded. Only a few hundred of these have made more than one passage by It rarely happens that a small particle lifted off the Earth's surface is found floating above the stratosphere. Such particles tend to be rained out before they reach that
Level?
The term rebus is a Latin word that means thing. When rebus symbols are used in text, the meaning of a word is indicated by a picture or geometric form, rather than by the usual form of the
Shape?
Dictators and other tyrants view debaters as their enemies. Historically, the teaching and practice of debate have flourished concomitantly with the presence of Once you're confident that you're getting the maximum out of your earnings and assets, take another look at how much tax is being taken out of your paycheck. If you've managed to significantly slice your overall tax liability, reduce the amount withheld to reflect the
Bill?
Observation of behavior when errors are made can lead to hypotheses regarding learning characteristics. Some people become so frustrated that their emotions cause them to quit. The rigid persist with a strategy that has
Still good? Okay, now you will hear some sentences from this recording. After you hear the 2 beeps, say the sentence back to me.
Use the telephone to call your friend.
Use the telephone to call your friend.
The company employs many people.
The employee company.
The spicy food brought. The cookies are in the jar.
The cookies are in the jar.
Children like to play games.
Children like to play games.
The bike had a flat tire.
The bike had a flat tire.
You can fly a kite on a windy day.
You can fly a kite on a windy day.
The kitten played with a piece of string.
The kitten played with a piece of string.
The farmer fed his chickens.
The farmer fed his chickens.
Pat cat was reading a book about dogs.
Cat was reading a book about dogs.
Use the tub. The spicy food brought tears to my eyes.
The spicy food brought tears to my eyes.
Lily packed her clothes in the suitcase.
Lily packed her clothes in the suitcase.
The spider caught a moth in its web.
The spider caught a moth in his web.
Rocks may be used to make an interesting garden.
Rocks may be used to make an interesting garden.
Ron climbed up on the roof to get the ball.
Ron climbed up to the roof to get the ball.
She finished her homework early because she wanted to go to a movie.
She finished her homework early so she can go to a movie.
The church bells rang and rang all day last Sunday.
The church bells rang and rang all day last Sunday.
These days, it is hard to find an entire weekend to relax.
These days are hard to find a relaxing weekend to relax.
Some people feel nervous about the prospect of making a speech.
People feel nervous about making a prospect for a speech.
Airplanes are taking more people than ever to different parts of the country.
Airplanes are taking more people to different parts of the country.
On a snowy day, I can look out my kitchen window and see deer feeding in the woods.
On a snowy day, out my window I can see deer feeding on winter days.
Okay, we're almost done with this book. We have a few more. Okay, so you will be asked to point to several things in this picture. Listen carefully because you will hear the directions only once from these headphones. Do not point until you hear the word go. Take a few seconds to look over the picture before you are asked to point.
Point to the balloons and then something flying in the sky, but not to the airplane. Go. Point to the boy with the skateboard, and then the cat in front of the tree, but not the cat by the table. Go. Point to the animal closest to the party, then the airplane, and then the balloons. Go. Point to either the birthday cake or the balloons, but first, point to the airplane. Go. Except for the adult, point to each of the people at the birthday party, and then the bird not on the ground. Go. Point to a person between the two trees, and then the two tall buildings in the background. Go. Point to the child whose back is fully turned, then the cat in front of the tree, and then the boy wearing the party hat. Go. there are at least 2 tall buildings, point to either the cat by the table or the dog closest to the boy on the skateboard. Go. Point to the bird in the lower left corner, and then the person swinging before you point to the front wheel of the bicycle. Go. Don't point to the airplane and then the birthday cake unless there is a ball and a cat somewhere in the picture. Go. Point to the chair in the lower left corner and then the cat on the couch if the television is on. Otherwise, point to the picture on the left wall.
Okay, so take a few seconds to look over this picture before you are asked questions.
Point to the flower. Point to the balloons and then some flying in the sky. Flower. In front of the tree. Then the birthday cake, unless there. Go. Dog. Go. Or you point to the rug. Go. Cat closest to the book. Point and after you point to the child on the rug in front of the picture. Go. Bird. The party hat. Go. If there are at least 2 tall buildings, bird and bike, where in the picture. Go. Point to the rug and then a lamp, unless. Otherwise, point to the picture on the left wall, to the airplane, and then the birthday cake, unless there is a ball and a cat somewhere in the picture. Go. Point to the chair in the lower left corner, and then the cat on the couch if the television is on. Otherwise, point to the picture on the left wall and then the ball. Go. Don't point to the rug and then a lamp unless there is a couch, a chair, and a television in the picture. Go. After you point to the child on the rug and then the picture on the right wall, point to a dog, but not the largest dog. Go. Before you point to the child who is standing and then the cat closest to the book, point to the lamp next to the couch. Go. Point to the plant by the cat and then the picture on the left before you point to the rug. Go. If a cat is on the couch, point to the child next to the ball after you point to the clock. If it is not, point to the picture on the left wall and then the lamp near the couch. Go. Point to the person in the chair before you point to the television, but after you point to the smallest dog. Go. Point to the biggest dog, and then either the television or the book on the floor before you point to the child by the ball. Go. Point to the cat on the couch after you point to the book on the floor, but before you point to the clock. Go. While you point to the chair in the lower left corner, point to the cat near the plant. But first, point to the book on the floor. Go.
Are you good or you need a break? You okay? So I'm going to get this other book so you can stay sitting. You need to get up, stretch a little bit, you can. Are you okay? Something wrong?
Yeah.
Oh, you're fine. It's okay?
Yeah.
Your mom doesn't need you yet? So there's a few more, but if you need a break in between them, let me know and we can stop. Okay. Okay. So again, I'm going to ask you to answer some questions and solve some problems. Some of the questions and problems will seem very easy, while others will seem will seem hard. Always your best. Okay. So first, read the word silently, and then say the whole word smoothly. What is this word?
Overwhelm.
Okay. Go ahead with the others. Don't read the words too quickly.
Oh, Ella? Oh, okay. Signal. Imagine. Investigate. Reverse. Doubtful. Guarantee. And need.
Can you read the whole page again, please?
Overwhelm. Signal. Imagine. Wait. Yeah. Investigate. Reverse. Doubtful. Guarantee. And need.
Okay.
Veteran. Fear. Costumes. Contrary. Hollow. Color. Demeanor. Ferocious. And breath.
Okay.
So how? So how? Do fair? Down chest? Millinery? idiosyncrasy. Mm. Mind you. Rhetoric. Aggrandizement. Milieu.
Okay.
Territory. Septuagenarian. Equilibrium. Coifer. Macrocure.
Yeah. Okay, you may use this paper and pencil if you need them. Okay, I'm going to ask you some questions. You may use this paper and pencil if you need them. Okay. There are 3 eggs in each of 4 baskets. How many eggs are there in all? Wait, let me see. Let me see. Yeah, you're right. Okay. So, let's see. Let me take this back right now. You don't need it. Okay, point to 2 things you could buy if you had 50 cents.
This.
Okay. A candy bar costs 50 cents. How many quarters would you need to buy it?
2.
When added together, how much money is this?
10.
10 what?
10 cents.
The Gregg family is having a cookout at the park. Mr. Gregg cooked 10 hot dogs. If the hot dogs are shared evenly among 5 people, how many hot dogs will each person get?
I can't.
You know? That's fine. Let's go back to this one. Show me the clock that says 7 o'clock. Show me the clock that says 2 o'clock. If you had 3 cars and someone gave you 2 more, how many would you have altogether?
5.
If you had these balloons and someone gave you 2 more, how many balloons would you have?
7.
There are 6 dishes on the dinner table. Chong placed 2 into the sink. How many dishes were still on the table?
4.
Listen, if you had $10 and you spent 5 of them, how many dollars would you have left?
5.
Okay, so you may use this paper and pencil if you need. There are 3 eggs in each of 4 baskets. How many eggs are there in all?
7.
Jay's car holds 15 gallons of gas. Anna's car holds 10 gallons of gas. And Ellen's car holds 20 gallons of gas. How many more gallons does Jay's car hold than Anna's car?
3. 5.
While working on an art project, Dina takes one piece of paper and cuts it in half. She then cuts each piece in half again. How many pieces of paper does she have now?
6.
While working on an art project, Dina takes one piece of paper and cuts it in half. She then cuts each piece in half again. How many pieces of paper does she have now?
Wait.
Did we read it on?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I don't think so. I even have it on here. Okay. At the snack bar, George can buy a sandwich and drink for $3.50. If George gave the cashier $4, how much change would he get?
Wait, wait. $0.50.
On his first try, Cam did 14 sit-ups. On his second try, he did 18. On his third try, the next day, he did 20. How many more sit-ups did he do on his third day than on the first day? Than on his first day?
Six. Yeah.
Carrie has 32 comic books. She read 18 of them. How many comic books does she still have left to read? The Roberts have 4 people in their family. For breakfast, they each eat 3 muffins. If the muffins come in packages of 6, how many packages do they need each morning?
3.
All right. Jamar can pedal a bicycle at 45 revolutions per minute. How many revolutions can he pedal in 2 minutes?
90.
Leela is on page 250 of a book that has 400 pages. She is going to read 30 more pages before she goes to bed. What is the last page she will have read before going to bed?
Page 280.
John works at night. He went to sleep at 4 o'clock Tuesday morning and woke up at 1 o'clock Tuesday afternoon. How many hours did he sleep? Many maps have a scale that shows miles in inches. If 1 inch represents 50 miles and you travel 250 miles, how many inches on the map would represent your trip? If the probability of rain tomorrow is 2/5, what is the probability of no rain?
Zero. Yeah, no.
No? A dance is being held at Eagles Club on Saturday, December 15th from 8:30 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. How many hours is the dance?
Um, mm, hold on. I'm thinking.
That's fine. Take your time.
would be 5 hours.
Okay, Lynn multiplied a number by 14. She then added 8, and the total was 50. What number did she start with? So, Sabrina and Amy are playing a board game. There are 2 sections on the spinner. One is blue and one is green. The probability that the spinner will land on the blue section is 4/9. What is the probability that the spinner will land on the green section?
Five nights.
All right. 5 students take an exam that has 25 possible points. They obtain the following scores: 12, 15, 16, 17, and 22. What is the median score? An employee wanted to buy a book that cost $7.50. She received a discount of 10%. How much did she have to pay for the books?
$7.40.
Okay. So this one. Rosa's favorite cake was a very large chocolate layer cake. She decided she would make 1/3 of the recipe because she was the only one at home to eat it. The recipe called for 2 1/4 cup of flour. How much flour should she use? Ben watched a movie 2 more times than Dan. Altogether, they watched the movie a total of 10 times. How many times has Dan watched the movie?
Five.
If 60 feet of wire weighs 80 pounds and you had 150 feet of this wire, how many pounds of wire would you have?
$190.
A television set costs $600 cash, or $200 down, and $25 a month for 20 months. What would the interest cost be if the television set were purchased on the monthly installment plan? Okay. At the local sandwich shop, they offer 4 kinds of cheese and 2 kinds of meat. Each sandwich is made with 1 kind of cheese and 1 kind of meat. How many different meat and cheese combinations can be chosen for a sandwich?
4 kinds of cheese and 2 kinds of meat.
A marble is taken from a bowl containing blue marbles, red marbles, and green marbles. If the probability of getting a blue marble is 1/2 and the probability of getting a red marble is 1/3, find the probability of getting a marble that is either blue or red.
Two.
Now, we're going to do a little bit of spelling. You still okay? Thank you for helping me. Okay. Here's your pencil. Okay. I want you to spell some words. Please print your answers. Begin with number 22. Okay. Number 22. Spell the word dinner. Okay. Number 23. Fight. The dogs got into a fight. Fight. Number 24, walked. John walked to school today. Walked. Number 25, because. She was happy because she found her dog. Because. Number 26, laugh. Mary loves to laugh. Laugh. Number 27, already. He has already finished his homework. Already. Number 28, juice. Juice is my favorite drink. Juice. Okay. Comb. Okay, number 29, comb. Comb your hair, please. Comb.
I need to.
Number 30, vacation. We are going on a vacation. Okay. Number 31, important. Important decisions take time. Number 32, spell the word manager. The manager left the store. Manager. Okay. Number 33, electric. The dog is electric. The clock is electric. Electric. Number 34, clothes. We packed our clothes. Clothes. Number 35, sword. The knight carried a sword. Sword. Number 36, calorie. A calorie is a measurement of food energy. Calorie.
Oh, wait.
Number 37, subscription. She bought a magazine subscription. Subscription. Number 38, league. My brother plays on the little league team. Number 39, skiing. Skiing is a winter sport. Skiing. Number 40, gymnasium. The class met in the gymnasium. Gymnasium. Number 41, enthusiastic. The woman was enthusiastic about the idea.
I don't know.
Okay, you don't know? All right. Number 42, spell the word cocoa. Cocoa is used to make hot chocolate. Cocoa.
Oh, no. Oh. Wait, one more thing. Okay, I'm ready.
Number 43, calendar. This is last year's calendar. Okay. Number 44, leisure. We don't have enough leisure time. Leisure. Okay. Number 45, cyst. She had a cyst removed. Cyst. Okay. And number 46, negotiate. They tried to negotiate a deal. Negotiate.
No, I don't know.
You don't know? So I'll go ahead and take this one now. Take the pencil for now. Let's see. Still doing okay? All right. Okay. So I want you to read some sentences and decide if the answer is yes or no. Look at the sentence. It says, a cow is an animal. Is that true? Because the answer is yes, you would circle the letter Y. Now look at the second sentence. It says, a fish can read. Is that true? Because the answer is no, you would circle the letter N. Now look at the next 4 sentences. Draw a circle around the correct answer for each sentence. Work as quickly as you can without making mistakes. Go ahead. Start here and read as many sentences as you can. Decide if the answer is yes or no. After you get to the bottom, go to the top. After you get to the bottom, go to the top. There are 3 pages. Keep working until I tell you to stop. Work as quickly as you can without making mistakes. If you do make a mistake, cross out the answer you do not want. If you have trouble reading a word or cannot think of the answer, skip it. Skip that one and go on to the next one. You will have 3 minutes. Tell me if you finish before I say stop. Okay. And go ahead. Get your pencil down. Thank you. You're doing so good. Thank you. Okay. So good? No break? Okay, keep going. Okay. So look at this picture. Listen. This says, the house is bigger than the... What word belongs in the blank space?
The person.
Okay. Read this to yourself and tell me one word that goes in the blank space.
Out loud.
Read it to yourself and then just tell me your answer.
Wings. Store. Swimsuit. Car. That's confusing.
Read it to yourself and tell me one word that goes in the blank space.
Eat.
Okay.
Turn it. See. Shoe. Eat. Is. Teeth. Be. Float. Camping. Cake. Lunch. Containers. A clothes. Students.
Break. I'm going to ask you after each one. Do you need a break?
No.
Okay. You go to the restroom or something? Let me know, okay? Please. I want you to do some math. Begin with number 19 and answer as many problems as you can. If you come to one you do not know how to do, just skip it and try the next one. Simplify your answer. Simplify your answer. stop right there. Thank you. All right, moving on. Thank you for being so helpful. I'm going to ask you to do some writing. Please write or print your answers neatly so that I can read them. Just do the best you can. Number 7. Number 7. Okay. So write a good sentence that tells what is happening in this picture. Number 8. Write a good sentence that tells what the girl is doing. Number 9. A woman cannot find her car keys. Write one good sentence that tells about this and uses the words by the car. Number 10. Write one good sentence that tells what is happening in this picture and what could happen next. Number 11. Write a good sentence that tells what a flashlight does. Number 12. Write a good sentence that tells what is happening in this picture. Number 13. Write a good sentence that tells about the picture and uses the word because. Number 14. Write one sentence that tells 3 things you like to do on weekends. Remember, 3 things. Number 15. Write a good sentence that tells about the picture and uses the word and. Number 16. Write a good sentence that tells why it is dangerous to wear headphones when you ride a bicycle down a busy street.
Why is it dangerous to wear headphones?
Why is it dangerous to wear headphones when you ride a bicycle down a busy street?
Oh.
Number 17. Write one sentence that tells what a rainbow looks like. Number 18, the information will be included in a paragraph about sports. Write a good main or topic sentence for the paragraph. So this information will be included in a paragraph about sports. Write a good main or topic sentence for the paragraph.
So use one of them? Or
So this information will be included in a paragraph about sports. Write a good main or topic sentence for that paragraph. Okay, so I'm gonna look at this right now, okay? If you want, you can just take a little break, just relax a little bit. If you want to play with your phone, you can. I won't take you off, okay? That's fine. You still want to be on break. That's fine. You ready? Okay. Close to being done. Okay. Okay. I want you to work some simple arithmetic problems. Start here. When you finish a row, go to the next row and work each problem until you finish the page. Then go to the top of the next page. If you cannot think of an answer, skip that one and go on to the next one. Work as fast as you can without making mistakes. Be sure to watch the signs. If you do make a mistake, cross out the answer you do not want. You will have 3 minutes. Tell me if you finish before I say stop. Give your pencil ready. Go ahead. Put your pencil down. Okay. Thank you. All right. Okay. So first read the word silently, then say the whole word smoothly. I want you to read some words that are not real words and tell me how they would sound. How would this word sound?
Web.
Okay. Read this word to me.
I.
Okay. So, ib. Now say ib.
Ib.
each of these to me. Don't go too fast.
Food. Tiff. Zoop. Vin. Wugs.
Okay, could you read the page to me again?
Food. Tiff. Zoop. Vin. Wugs.
Okay, look at these pictures. Say hat,
Hat.
fish,
Fish.
cat,
Cat.
apple. Now you point to the picture that begins with K. Point to the picture that begins with F. Look at these letters. Point to the letter that makes the sound P. Sound as in word pig. Okay. What is the sound of this letter? Look at these letters. Point to the letter that makes the sh sound in shoe. What is this letter?
T.
Okay, what is the sound of this letter? Okay. Read each of these to me. Don't go too fast.
Mip. Foy. Lek. Jock. Bine. Artibi. Article there. Litten. Ret. Aunt. Quad. Quaid. Citizen. Ventoper. Faith. Heist. Hardened. Intestinal. Latent. And co. Cybermeter. Arm
I want to listen to you read aloud. Read as carefully as you can, not as fast as you can. If you come to a word you cannot read, just do your best, then go on to the next word. Start here and read a story about bees.
A story about bees. Bees are little. They are bugs. Bees can make wax. Bees have lots of jobs. Read more about bees.
Okay, you can start right here.
Okay. The largest and most important is the queen. The worker bees and drones are smaller than the queen. Like other bugs, bees have 3 pairs of legs. Bees are aggressive only if they are disturbed. Sometimes a teacher may ask, do you know how long bees live?
Go ahead.
Beekeepers often build man-made frames to protect the honeycomb. A major job of all bees is finding, gathering, and storing pollen and nectar. Cross-pollination occurs when pollen from 2 plants is mixed. Many different varieties of bees are found on every continent except Antarctica. The male bees, called drones, are unable to gather food, so the workers feed them during the mating season. For centuries, people have marveled at the complicated social origination of the bee community. Oldest non-compression bee fossil has 2 unmodified ancestral traits. Many beekeepers are migratory, so they can keep the bees to take the bees to different locations. And concentrate the insects in areas that need pollution. Bumblebee colonies are rarely perennial. They have from 50 to 200 bees at peak pollution. Some species are gregarious, but others are solitary and make individual nests.
I'm going to ask you to write short sentences about some pictures. Look at this picture and the words good cake is. A short sentence that tells about this picture and uses these words is the cake is good. Now look at this picture and the words pig fat is. Use these 3 words and any other words you need to write a short sentence about the picture. You may put the words in any order. Okay, so go ahead and do samples items C and D.
Sample?
Okay, so those 2. So you did fine. Okay, so you did. Okay. Okay, start here and write a sentence for each picture and its 3 words. You may use the words in any order, but do not change a word in any way. I will tell you any words you want to know. If you cannot think of an easy sentence to write, skip that one and move on to the next one. When you get to the bottom of each page, go to the top of the next page. Keep working until I tell you to stop. Keep your sentences short and work as quickly as you can. You will have 5 minutes. Tell me if you finish before I say stop. Okay, go ahead. stop. Put your pencil down. Awesome. Thank you so much. You're so close. Almost done. You can go home and relax. I want you to read some short stories. Please read each story silently one time. When you finish, I want you to tell it back to me. You don't have to tell it back exactly, but try to remember all of the things you can. Go ahead and read this to yourself. When you finish, look up at me. Okay, tell me everything about the story that you remember.
Molly was cooking, and when she turned around, her dog ate all the food.
Okay, go ahead. When you have finished, look up at me. Okay, tell me everything about the story you remember.
Okay, so the boy, he was fishing, and he looked into a hollow log and reached in and found, they wished they caught a catfish, but they didn't. So,
Okay, go ahead and read this to yourself. When you have finished, look up at me. Tell me everything about the story you remember.
so a boy jumped into the boat. His dad said, "Don't jump. Just like step in."
Go ahead. When you have finished, look up at me. Okay, tell me everything about the story you remember.
So he has a new dog, and he wants to put a leash on him because he likes to chase cars.
Okay.
And they take very long walks.
Last one. Then you can go home. look at the numbers in these boxes. The numbers change in a certain way going across the boxes and in a different way going down the boxes. The numbers in the top row go from 2 to 3 because 1 has been added to 2 to make 3. The number 4 in the bottom row needs to change in the same way to give you the answer. What number goes in the empty box?
5.
Correct. 5 is the number that goes in the empty box. Now look at the top and bottom boxes. The top number here is 2, and the bottom number is 4. 4 is 2 more than 2. 5 is 2 more than 3. So 5 belongs in the empty box because it works going across the boxes and also going down. Okay? For each problem, tell me the number that goes in the empty box. Some of the problems may be easy, but others may be hard. Just do the best you can. You may use this paper and pencil if you need to. They can work inside if you need to.
4, 7, 9, 11, 16, 7, 40, 8, 10. Oh, can't do it.
Yeah? Okay. This one, can you? Look at the numbers in these boxes. The numbers change in a certain way going across the boxes and in a different way going down the boxes. The number in the top row of boxes goes from 5 to 3 to 1 because 2 has been subtracted each time. The bottom row works the same way. 6 changes to 4 because 2 has been subtracted, just like in the top row. The number 4 in the bottom row needs to change in the same way to give you the answer. What number goes in the empty box?
2.
Sometimes there will be more boxes, but you work the problem the same way. So what is the answer to the problem?
2.
Correct. 2 is the number that goes in the empty box because it works when going across the boxes and also when going down the boxes. Going down these boxes, the top number is 5 and the bottom number is 6. 6 is 1 more than 5. In this column, 4 is 1 more than 3. In the third column, the number that goes in the empty box needs to be 2 because it is 1 more than 1. Okay, so okay. Tell me the number that belongs in the empty box. Okay.
in the middle one? Okay. $15.
Tell me the number that belongs in the empty box.
Five. Nine. $14.
Okay. And guess what? You're all done. Yay, thank you so much. Okay, I'll walk you home in a little bit. Let me just turn this off.